As you may know, Roblox currently holds the world records for the most L's taken in a row, with the most prevalent of which being how they recently made everyone on the platform mute and deaf. All while David Baszucki just completely blocks out all of the feedback from the community in order to please his investors. It's like whoever is working up at Roblox just comes up with the worst fucking ideas ever, and David just gives the green light to every single one. And unfortunately, it seems we're only going further in the wrong direction, because in the midst of the great chat depression, Roblox somehow managed to announce an update that's arguably even worse. What's this new update, you may ask? Well, they're pretty much just ripping the face off of every innocent Roblox character. Yeah, so Roblox plans to replace every single classic face with a 3D counterpart. So after all of this, you might be a little curious to how the community responded to these announcements, because obviously nobody's gonna be happy about this. But to be honest, I don't think anyone expected this shit. Like seriously, who even makes this shit? It actually just feels like my whole bloodline and the 5 generations that come after me will be cursed. David Baszucki has escaped the quarantine zone. This is some shit you would see in Half-Life, bro. I don't even know what to say about this one, bro. This is just peak unemployment. Look at this one, bro. No one will mourn you, Dave. Like, as a CEO, I feel like you should know you're doing something wrong when your young bass player is telling you that nobody's gonna mourn your death. I mean, seriously, how do you hear this idea and think it's a good one? It's almost impressive how out of touch David is with the community that made his fucking career. David got a taste of success and now wants to destroy the identity of the very game that got him there in the first place. And for some reason, they believe hyper-realism is the best direction for the game to go in. But why are classic faces being removed anyway? Well, let's hear it from Roblox themselves. Hi creators, on Roblox, self-expression is foundational. Yeah, it's basically just a corporate speech for classic faces. They gotta get destroyed. And let's not forget that this is probably just another evil scheme cooked by David himself to gather more data on everyone's faces so they can feed it into the Roblox AI data centers. And don't even think that UGC creators are safe either, because according to this post, existing heads that have not been updated and do not meet these requirements will be taken off sale. Now keep in mind, the fact that there's actual people that this update is affecting, I mean, besides from the actual, general player base, there's a whole community of UGC creators who rely on their faces to make a living. And they're only given 2 options: bend a knee to Roblox and obey their new restrictions, or get their shit absolutely blasted from the fucking catalog. This isn't even mentioning the fact that limited faces are going to be absolutely obliterated after this update, with some of the faces already tanking in value before the update even came out. And we're not even talking about pennies here. The total value of some of faces like Super Happy Face have already dropped in millions of dollars. Like, you think because of how obsessed Roblox is, well, with profits, that this would deter them from releasing an update that would completely cook a core part of the trading ecosystem, but David seriously just took all this in and just said, yeah, we're just gonna release the update, fuck the traders. So obviously the higher-ups at Roblox believe that going in this direction is worth more than the face ecosystem, because I can guarantee that we are not gonna buy these faces after the update. And keep in mind, they're doing all of this while at the same time players can just still go on the catalog right now and buy a pair of kits just to slap on their avatars. And with the recent chat update Roblox just did, they could at least make the excuse that it was in the interest of protecting kids and limiting predatory behavior. But for this update, there's no way they can try and spin this as a good update, because the only way this is going to impact the platform is negatively. Now, after all of this came out, the community obviously didn't take very kindly to it and started absolutely blasting Roblox with hate and criticism. So let's see how Roblox CEO David Baszucki responds to this whole situation.
Okay, let's get to classic faces. Classic faces aren't going away.
Yeah, so David pretty much just completely lies to all of our faces right there. Can we also just talk about why this video just looks so fucking weird, bro? This guy actually might be AI generated, bro. That's probably not even David himself. What the fuck is up with his eye, bro? I cannot be the only one seeing this, bro. Now, the same Roblox staff member who made the previous forum post I showed on the screen posted another follow-up post. Thank you for your input on the importance of unmoving faces for some users. To support user expression, we will introduce a toggle to disable facial animation across all dynamic heads. So a lot of people got confused by this one and thought this just meant Roblox is going to add a toggle to disable dynamic faces completely, but that's not the case. They're actually just going to add a toggle that disables facial movement, like when you use your camera and Roblox tracks you. But 2D faces are still going to be removed. So this isn't really much of a fix, more just like a band-aid to slap on the problem. To align on a single future looking avatar scheme, every classic face will receive a dynamic head counterpart. Now, depending on how you interpret this, it may or may not be a massive self-report. They say they want to align on a single avatar scheme, which in my opinion hints at them wanting to remove R6 completely, especially when you consider that Roblox has been pushing away from R6 slowly ever since R15 came out in the first place. And then for the third post, he says, limited rarity is not changing. Limited heads will retain the same serial numbers, transaction history, and trading behavior as today, and they will retain this exact number of copies. Now, only half of this is true. Limited rarities may not change, but their values will absolutely drop into the void. As we know from earlier, they already have. So this just seems like it's meant to make it seem it'll hardly affect any of the limited faces that exist. But we all know that's just not the case. And then for the fourth post, he says, we are investing to make it easy for you to create UGC heads that represent the classic aesthetic. We will use the first party data we generated during this effort to enhance auto setup so it's very easy for creators of 2D faces to get proper caging and FACS controls in place to pass validation. This basically just means they're going to give every single UGC creator a shitty AI plugin to automatically convert their 2D faces into 3D ones, which is kind of, you know, it's meh. I mean, it's good that they're giving UGC creators tools, but I feel like if you're going to jeopardize the living of creators by completely abolishing UGC faces, then you kind of owe it to them to give them tools that help them keep their items on the catalog. And that's just completely disregarding the fact that it's powered by AI, which I don't think I even need to point out why I dislike it. So you might start to wonder why it seems like Roblox is trying to wipe their platform of personality. And well, to put it simply, big rich investor guys could not care less about personality, and Roblox will bite at any opportunity to replace something with more investor-friendly AI-infested version of it. And doing all this while loudly exclaiming, we want to hear your feedback! We want to hear your feedback, please! It's just peak ignorance. But in all seriousness, this is extremely concerning when you consider the fact that this is not the end of it at all. And a lot of people are already thinking that their next target is going to be the R6 body type in its entirety. And unfortunately, they're probably right. Roblox has already proved time and time again that they are willing to remove long-lived classic features from the game in spite of all the bad feedback that they already get. And it doesn't seem like they plan on stopping anytime soon. Anyways, Roblox's goal with all this just seems super unclear. At the end of all of this, what comes after? Roblox continues to strip beloved features from their game despite the endless community backlash. And it just seems they can't stop digging themselves into a bigger hole. I mean, I'm just praying they don't come after our packages next. I really don't want to look like a sim character, you know? Like, compare a Roblox character and then compare a sim character. Like, do these look similar? No, we don't want this, bro. Anyways, if you enjoyed this, subscribe or something, or dislike the video, or I don't know, just do something.
The AI age verification will involve kids doing a self.